We're rolling.
Okay. All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we're going to start off by giving all praises and glory to Yahweh,
Yahweh
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem, Yahweh
Yahweh
Shai,
Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwarash.
Ba'ashem,
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Yeshua, the Ruel, and salutations to you, Akim, out in the highways and the byways, preaching his word in truth and in sincerity. This is the Brother Shakal,
This is Brother Asha.
This the brother Yaya.
out here from the GMS Chicago camp, coming at you with another lesson. And basically, what we're going to touch on today, it was on this Brother Spirit, Ashia's. That this whole thing about anti, Semitic, how they like to use this term to try to play the victim, but first and foremost, there is no such thing as anti-Semitic. There's not someone called a Semite in the scriptures. It's the proper name is Shem, not Sem. So that's first and foremost. And second of all, if they call themselves being Shemites, a lot of nations came out from Shem. So if somebody is anti-Semitic, they have to be anti every nation that came under Shem, not just these issues, man. So that alone it shows you that these motherfuckers are full of shit. And you could tell these niggas control the narrative because not one person has questioned them on that. Just that simple thing alone. Not one has gone up to them and done that, man. So they use this, for to play the victim. And every time something goes bad or they're losing an argument or whatever, they right away anti. Yep, that's what he is. Because you can't handle the truth.
Facts. 1,000% facts. And and this is 2026, right? So we are flipping the script finally once and for all. There is no such thing as anti-semantics, like the brother was going into. Where's the hate? They're not in jail. They're not incarcerated. They're not being persecuted all across the world. They own everything. They live in deliciously. They own all the sports team. They own all the banks. They own America. Where is the hate? Where's the persecution and oppression? If somebody's hating you, you shouldn't be you should be truly oppressed. They're not getting shot in the streets. They're not incarcerated. They're not living any of these lives that would symbolize true hate. There is no such thing as anti-semantics, period. Because with that label, like the brother's going into, you have to be suffering, truly suffering. So it's all just like you said, a false narrative to push their agenda. And we're not going for it anymore. If there is a bias, hatred, connotation, we want to see it. I've never seen a person hated and been given everything. Somebody's got to explain that to me. I hate you so much, I've given you every damn thing. Make that make sense.
They control everything from
literally. They own BlackRock. They own the slave ships. They own America. You know what I mean? They get $3 billion from America on a regular annual basis. They get to ship kids from all across the world over there for their other stuff that they do. But nevertheless, where is the hate?
Yeah, it looks like everything's favoring them.
Right. I haven't seen Schmeinstein locked up. I haven't seen him getting pulled over in his neighborhoods. I haven't seen them not being able to open up a jewelry store, owning NBA, NFL franchises. And y'all can Google all this. You know what I mean? For people who hate it so much, why do they own everything?
Right. Can you get a John 8:44? Yeah, it literally makes no sense. And then if they hear you say that, what are they gonna say? Oh, he's anti.
Right.
That's the only time. That's the only time they use that. Whenever they're losing an argument, right away they have no other thing, so that's their go-to.
That's why it doesn't apply.
Yeah.
You can't be anti and people are giving you stuff. That's the very opposite of anti. You're being gifted everything. So there is no anti anything. This is go ahead.
This is the book of John, chapter 8 and verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it.
Right, and that's Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, which the head of Esau right now is Amalek, which right now the majority of them are what? The fake issues, the small hatters.
Yep.
That's the head right now of Esau Edom, and this is them. They hate the truth. They're the father of lies. So these guys, whenever truth comes out, that's what they use. That if they were the real people of the scriptures, they will love truth. They will love mercy. They will love righteousness, but they don't. They would be fair, and if they lose in the argument, they'll be like, "Hey, you know what? Yeah, you're absolutely correct." But they don't, because they're really Edomites, man. They're not, the nation of Israel, man. They're not the real Israelites.
They're the border of wickedness. As the scriptures say, we're going to get this in Malachi. This is who they are. You know what I mean? They are truly, like you said, a nation in whom the Lord has an indignation with forever. And that's who they are. And, because of their violent nature, because of their perpetual hatred, they are who they are. This is Malachi 1 and 4. I'm just going to get to the point. This is Malachi 1 and 4.
Malachi 1 and 4, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh hath indignation forever.
And that's who these people are. Wicked, vile, evil people. And every other day they're being pointed out for their wicked atrocities. You know what I mean? The genocide in Gaza, in the new revelation of the Epstein files. And, they have a whole island dedicated to wickedness. How is that hate when you have a whole island to do all your debauchery and rituals at? Why did you go to that island? So this is who they are. The border of wickedness, and they have no escape for the truth. The truth is now overshadowing them, and they can't hide anymore. The Lord is exposing them for who they truly are. The world sees the shame and the wickedness throughout everything, and they can't hide themselves anymore. And there's nothing anti about the truth.
That's it. The truth is the truth, man. You can't, just because people are exposing you and saying shit that's actually true and have facts and evidence, you can't just go around and say, oh, they hate me. No, nigga, they're telling the truth. Somebody that hates you is just gonna lie on you and just do shit to drag your name in the mud. That's not true. We're bringing out receipts, evidence, everything, man. And they want to use it, but then again, like you said, they because they hate the truth. They cannot dwell in it, man. So they have, since they're all about lies, they have to keep creating things like this anti shit, so they could keep running away and keep getting away with their bullshit.
Yeah, you can't run forever. Eventually, your lies have an expiration. Your anti has an expiration, and the anti-expiration is up. Your lies is up. The Lord said, he set bounds that they cannot surpass, and they are at their bounds. Job 14 and 5. He set limits on these devils. And the limit, is they've reached their limit right now. They reached their maximum capacity of wickedness.
That's it. Hey, 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, it talks about how the Lord is going to reveal the son of perdition, how he's going to destroy him with the spirit of his mouth, which is what through us, the prophets. Because and right now, yeah, Esau's getting exposed. You got these files and a bunch of other shit. People are starting to realize who this motherfucker is. But that's just scratching the surface.
Facts.
Motherfuckers, we're the only ones tying him back to the scriptures. These
Right.
people just know that he's wicked, but they don't. They just think it's just these specific elites, or certain. No, we're the ones that are telling you and exposing him, and at the same time letting you know who he really is. What's his real identity, his real nationality, man, and his character. How this nigga is always like this and will always be like this, no matter how much time changes. Look at the Greeks, look at the Romans, and look at them now, man. The same bullshit, man.
Facts.
I was gonna say, okay, and right, and like you were saying, right now is that time for this nigga getting exposed, and it's only gonna get worse because hey, you can't defeat the truth, man. It was hidden for a little while, but now it's flourishing, and it's only gonna keep conquering. Lies cannot defeat the truth. If you could get a First Esdras 4:38, so they could keep using this whole anti shit and playing the victim and fucking using their slithering, tricky snake tongue.
Right.
They could keep doing that. They're not gonna. They're not gonna get any further. This, hey, like you said, the bounds that cannot pass. This is it.
Yeah, exactly. This is it for this devil.
This is the book of First Esdras, chapter 4 and verse 38. As for the truth, it endureth and is always strong. It liveth and conquereth forevermore.
There you go. It's strong. It liveth and conquereth forevermore. No matter what, it could have been hidden for a little bit. It could have been hidden for a long ass time. It doesn't matter. The truth is always gonna come out. To the top. Look, man. We're exposing this nigga and bringing out shit in times that we weren't even alive, man. We're exposing truths in times that, hey, 1,000 years ago, 1,000 year ago lies. We're exposing that, man.
Right.
So shit that you would thought was just gone and nobody would know the truth. Now it's coming to light. Every single thing, man. This nigga's been lying for 1,000 years and hasn't stopped since, man. But now he's getting exposed. Now is that time, man. So that shit is not gonna work for long. And this is why we got to keep preaching the word, stay in the spirit, study, research things, especially to come against these motherfuckers. So like that, hey, this truth could keep beating their ass, man.
Right. And that's exactly what's happening. And they make it a spectacle of themselves, like we just talked about. And this was prophesized that they will be exposed. This Epstein stuff that's going on, all this stuff was prophesized that the Lord is going to make them bear and shame them in front of the nations. This is a part of the of things happening to them. You know what I mean? The Lord said, get that. I'm gonna make them bear and shame these devils in front of the nations. I'm gonna grab that because it's their time to be shamed. And everything is unfolding in real time. Is letting everybody know what's going down.
Hey, I was watching the Elder Yeshawamba's page the other day, and this brother said, man, he said, the elder, he's like, man, I be looking at these, like, man, don't put your head down when you see these Edomites. Look at these niggas straight in the eyes, man. I be looking at these niggas like they're part of the Epstein files, bro. Like,
exactly.
Because, and it's true. Look, niggas like Bill Gates,
right?
Fucking and Naju, all these niggas need to be locked up, man. They need to be they need to be stopped. Look at how crazy they're going around the world just doing all this bullshit.
Man, and getting away with it. Nobody's in jail.
And getting,
go ahead.
No, yeah, like you said, getting away with it, man.
Right.
You want the Jeremiah?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, and I'll start at verse 7. Concerning Edom, Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Flee ye back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. If grape gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes? If thieves by night, they would destroy till they had enough. But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors are not. And he is not. So the Lord is making Esau Edom bare, man. He's doing all these things in the darkness that the Lord is bringing the light, man. It says the truth shall flourish, man. The truth is gonna come out on top. The light is gonna come out on top, no matter what darkness, no matter what lies is facing, man.
Yeah, and that's what's happening to him. You know what I mean? We had to bear our shame. Now it's his time to bear his shame. You know what I mean? And we, like you said, the prophets is exposing well before so let's be clear on that. Apostles and elders, a great millstone, have been exposing this devil way before the Epstein files, way before, the internet was exploding with all the evidence and all the debauchery. They've been exposed through the scriptures, through the relics, and through the history. Now, in real time, the internet has caught up to these things. But before then, the Lord said he revealed his secrets to the prophets, and that's what happened. And you go into that 2 Thessalonians, the prophets been tearing this place down, in 2 Thessalonians with the brightness of of our speech, Shalakia, with the brightness of the Lord's coming through us out here on the highways and byways.
Yeah, with the spirit of his mouth, he's soon about to destroy him with the brightness of his coming. But right now,
so you know what I'm trying to say. God, the water, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right now he's doing it via us, because the Lord, man, he'll destroy your character, he'll destroy you spiritually first, and then he'll come and do it physically, man.
Right.
And this devil has been his judgment is long overdue, man. The only reason the Lord has been waiting patiently is because he wanted Esau to reach that like the scriptures say, his sins to reach into heaven.
Right.
So like the scriptures say, he thought the Lord was one together like unto him. But nah, man, the Lord is now reproving this nigga, man.
Yeah, you got something, Shkal?
Nah, you go ahead.
Go ahead. The Habakkuk.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, and that's what we're seeing right now, man. Shameful spewing is on their glory. As you can see, all these people, TikTok, IG, a lot of people talking about those files, man, talking about how bad the things Esau Edom is doing. And that's the Lord exposing them. But of course, the prophet's been exposing them, but now it's just coming more and more as we get to that day, man. He's reaching, he's going up to them bounds, and once he gets to that bound, the Lord is going to come destroy him with the brightness of its coming.
Right.
And that's why a lot of these, if you pay attention, when the president is having a conference and there's like media there and they're asking questions, or and Nadaju and all these other politicians, you notice they only pick certain people to answer their questions, and why? Because a lot of times what they do, all the press that's there, they're with them.
Right.
They're in the know, so they only ask the questions that they could answer. Because if it was one of us or just a random person, there'll be some questions their ass will be like, "Oh shit, anti, he's an anti,"
Right.
Because they really can't go against the truth. This is why they and I believe this is why they haven't shined the light on us and put us out there yet, because they know once they do, they're gonna have to a lot of shit to answer for, and they cannot debate with us, man. They
Yeah.
cannot a one-on-one. We put a camera, us against them. They cannot debate us, man.
Yeah.
They can't use the anti bullshit. They cannot do that, because if they use the anti bullshit, we're right away gonna come out with questions. Well, what is it? What's anti this? Well, where do you get Semitic from? And if you're anti this, you know you got to be anti. You know that the Arabs are Semitic too. You know that
Right.
and they won't have shit. They won't have shit to say to us, man.
Right. And they know it. You know what I'm saying? And they know it. Like you're saying, where's the other tribes at? It ain't no just one tribe. You wish to stop playing. You know what I mean? How we gonna be anti against ourselves? You know what I mean? Just a bunch of nonsense, man. And it's just time for the exposure to be at the highest level. And that's how Yahweh Shem Shah does. First, he shames them, then he condemns them, then he exposes them, then he destroys them. So right now they're going through their shame period, right? Being exposed and shamed. Then here comes the condemnation. They're going to be condemned. And then after that, judgment. Because, that's how the Lord operates. They first, people have to know about it. They got to be shamed. It says a shame to speak of such things that happen. Those files that came out of them Epstein is horrific. So how you going to look at that stuff? And who has a damn private island to do all this wicked stuff? And nobody went to jail. They still run around free. It's unbelievable. If jaywalk, he go to jail. These niggas got a whole island,
man.
with nobody, no government authority, no rule, no nothing. It's our island. We're gonna do what we want to do.
And that's it.
But that's why the Lord is shaming them in front of the whole world.
Can you get a Hosea 6:5?
Yep.
Yeah, he is, and like I said, soon the scriptures talk about what. Matter of fact, can you get that first? They shall go into the gates of the nobles. The scriptures talk about us actually going to their gates and rebuking them. Them specifically. Face to face.
Yeah.
So soon that's gonna happen, and when that happens, if we're close now, we're gonna be even closer then, man. But that we're about to get to that, man. We're gonna have to go up to them face to face, and they're gonna lose. They can't do anything against the truth. They can't do anything against anybody speaking truth, especially when it's the Israelites, the prophets, the righteous men of the Lord. They definitely can't go against us, man, because we'll ask the right questions. Our hope is not in America. We'll say the right things, So yeah, and then all of this is through the Spirit. The Lord even said it. He said He'll give us a mouth that cannot be gainsaid, man.
Right.
So right now, if we're killing them now, destroying them and causing damage now, and we haven't even debated them face to face, how much more when it's face to face, man? Esau is losing, and this is why he's coming out with these tactics, this anti shit and playing the victim and all these other snake-like, bitch made shit, man. Because that's what it really is. This nigga scared, man.
Yeah, his kingdom coming to an end. He can't take it.
Yeah.
The book of Isaiah 13:1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amoz did see. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
Right, and that's exactly what's gonna happen. And they're gonna get cooked. They're gonna get smoked. And this is why they're gonna use. We know they're gonna use this AI bullshit.
Yeah,
because they're gonna be so cooked. They're gonna be so through that they're gonna use AI to like make us look like we lost, make us look like we don't know what we're talking about, just make us look, like he does now.
Right,
You
right.
know, paint us as idiots and fucking fools and extremists and all this shit.
Yeah,
Even though the real story is we fucking kill them with the scriptures, man.
yeah, exactly.
You know, so it's coming. Can you get the other one? Hosea 6:5.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 6 and verse 5. Therefore have I healed them by the prophets, I have slain them by the words of my mouth, and thy judgments are as the light that goeth forth.
Right, and that's exactly what we're doing, man. You know, we're the ones causing the most damage. Yeah, you exposing the files, exposing Esau. You know, he likes to, you know, do some bestiality and all this other bullshit. That's cool, but exposing him, doing that, and tying his lineage back to the scriptures, that's really pulling the veil. That's really exposing this nigga.
Right.
And only the prophets are doing this, man.
Facts.
You know, and this is why, again, they have to use all this other bullshit to try to, you know, dance around this and try to run away and you know, get control of the narrative. But we're coming in a time where it's not gonna happen. No matter how much control over the media he has, no matter how much AI he uses, the truth is gonna conquer at the end. The prophets are gonna destroy them, and they always have, and they always will. Every time the Lord sent out the prophets to a nation, you know, the nation shortly got destroyed right after that. Right
Fact.
now, the Lord sent the prophets here to America. So now it's only a matter of time till this place gets destroyed, man. They're not gonna win, no matter what they do, man.
Absolutely right. Yeah. They, you know, scriptures is clear. You know what I mean? So in due time, the Lord's gonna set up a one more that's profitable, because this devil and his rulership, you know, he's been ruling. You know what I mean? This is Rome 2.0. He's shown what he's capable of. Nothing but tyranny, destruction, and falsehood. The Lord, you know what I mean? You know, he used him for the weapon of persecution, but now his time is up. You know, and because we've transgressed the law, statute, commandments, the Lord used him as a punishment for us. But he forwarded the affliction, and now the Lord is going to bring him to justice. There's nothing he can do about it, and we can't wait. And that's why we're on the highways and byways, you know, chanting down this filthy, wicked, vile place.
Yeah,
God, you got
that's
something
good,
else?
man.
What's that?
Huh?
You got something else, Mighty Man?
No, I got nothing else.
You got something, yeah. All right, you know, we never did bring out the scripture that the devil ain't in trouble as like you as other men. We're gonna grab that one right quick.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. That was Psalms 73 and 5.
And right, and that's just look, and we're starting to see at the same time that Deuteronomy 30 and 7.
Facts.
You know, so this scripture that you're about to read, slowly it's getting away from them. It's not as slowly but surely it's not gonna apply to them anymore because we're starting to see how these motherfuckers are now starting to get into trouble. Shit that they never used to go through. You know, all that. Hey, now it's happening to them, man.
Huh.
Go ahead.
Yep.
Psalm 73 and verse 4.
Now we're gonna hit the point 5. And this is pertaining to the elite, right? The regular 2/3 of these niggas and these regular poor ass white people, they're suffering too. But these wicked elites, this is the ones who are not in trouble. It's gonna, you know, them niggas gonna get rounded up. You know what I mean? So that's, you know, really what the scripture's pertaining to. Them niggas gonna have to get rounded up out of their bunkers, because those are the ones who this is pertaining to. It says, go ahead.
Psalm 73 and 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men.
And that's the wicked elites. They're not going to go through what the regular niggas go through. You know, they own everything, they run everything, and them niggas going to be hiding in their bunkers when all hell breaks loose. We got to go get these niggas out of the caves. So those are the ones that's not in trouble like everybody else. So you're absolutely right. That curse is falling upon them, but those wicked elites are still going to have to be rounded up. You know, those are the ones that, you know, that we're pertaining to this scripture. You know, it says, therefore pride compasses them about as a. Go ahead, finish reading that, Slocky.
Psalm 73:6. Therefore pride compasses them about as a chain. Violence covered them as a garment.
And that's what was exposed in Epstein. Them niggas cutting people's feet off, graping them, and then feed them to the sharks. And that was some high level people that was in the Epstein files that did that, in eating intestines, and nothing happened to them people. So those people right now, these wicked elites that was on an island who did all this massacre, rape, rob, and murder, they're not being persecuted. You know, they read the list. It was some some ex-presidents who did all this foul, abominable acts, and nobody's gonna lock them up. Go ahead, Chicago. Yeah, I don't think not one person on the Epstein file list is going to jail.
I mean, shit, and we're not surprised. You know, it's you know, it's been happening. These niggas been doing this shit. Now it's just more public. You know, and they're not. This is why the Lord needs to come back, and and this is why he is going to set his foot down and set the law straight and take this nigga to court, man.
Right.
You know, because they're not gonna do it. They're gonna keep trying to get away with all this bullshit. Right now, what they're trying to do, since they know they're getting exposed, they're literally trying to destroy the whole world so that they could stay on top and and nobody could get their position.
Facts.
You know, that's literally because they're getting exposed. This is what they're trying to do so they can stay on top. So the Lord needs to come, man. Absolutely. To stop this nigga. This man needs to be stopped. If not, he's just gonna keep doing the same shit. And if again something happens where he's losing his power and what he had, he's gonna try to do another fucking world chaos. And like this motherfucker is crazy, man. Like, oh shit, the truth is being exposed. Well, I have to destroy the world now. That's the only choice. Like, are you retarded? Like, that's your logic? That's
his logic, right? I can't go to jail. I can't go to prison. I can't be poor. Blow up the world.
This guy's fucking stupid, man.
We're going to grab that other one you quoted, 30 and 7. Like you said, the curse is definitely transferring over to them because the Lord said it was going to happen.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30. And verse 7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
And that's exactly what we're starting to see, man. Now, you know, even rich motherfuckers are starting to feel some shit. You see that shit all over the news. You see that shit all over social media. You know, shit that these motherfuckers would never go through are now going through it, man. Issa's getting hit with child support. Hey, the whole what's that thing that Trump ended that supposedly supported women and minorities, but it really was helping a lot of Edomite women out.
The DEI.
Yeah, there you go.
And inclusion, yeah.
They took that shit away, and now these Edomites are feeling that shit. Fucking motherfuckers are looking at them you know how the scriptures talk about Jake. You know, they're gonna look at us and say, is this the city? Is this the beautiful city? Is this now? Esau's getting started to look like that, man. Now motherfuckers are locking their doors when Esau's around, like, oh shit. Fucking holding on to their dogs when they see a Edomite, like, oh hell no, this motherfucker right here. They put that back inside. You know that why? Because now these curses are falling on him. So now he's slowly but surely becoming a byword. Now he's slowly but surely becoming that city that once held the golden cup. They're looking at him like a piece of shit.
Facts.
You know, this is what the times that we're living in, man. And no matter what they try to do, change the narrative, use AI, you know, use that anti-bullshit, it's not gonna fucking work, man. At the end of the day, we are gonna win and us that speak the truth according to the scriptures through spirit and power, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We're the ones that are gonna come out on top because we are the only ones speaking the truth, man.
Facts.
You know, so you know, Like I said, keep preaching the truth, repent, turn back to the Lord. So when the Lord comes back, we could be part of that salvation, and the destruction of this wicked devil, man, and not the other way around. Because if not, then hey, you're gonna suffer the punishment of a heathen.
Facts.
Because those that are Israel, not all of Israel. You're not doing it. And the Lord said, "Who is my father? Who is my mother, sister, and brother? But those that do the will of my Father, man."
Absolutely.
But that's all I had.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Nah.
All right, well, that's it. Call with
All right. So hopefully, Brian, we're edified. We're gonna end it by giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. The honors to the apostles and elders of Shabbat the Ruel. And salutations to you, Akim, out in the highways and byways, preaching his word in truth and in sincerity. Shalom and a Baba Ball.
a Baba Ball.